Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and the author of a New Yorker piece that was talking about how Apprentice executive producer Mark Burnett mythologized Donald Trump into the White House is now speaking out about the alleged tape that exists of Donald Trump using the N-word. During a recent appearance on MSNBC's Morning Joe program, Patrick Radden-Keefe gave a report that the leftists on the show definitely did not want to hear. See, Radden-Keefe, when discussing this alleged tape of Trump using the N-word, was quoted as saying, "Having talked to a whole bunch of people, I came out believing the tape probably doesn't exist." He went on to say, quote, "I talked to people who would know, editors who worked for the show for years, people who hate Trump, and they basically said, look, if anybody knew about the tape, I would know about it. I would love to know about that tape. I would leak that tape if I had it. It doesn't exist." End quote. Yeah, see, Radden-Keefe, what his words are right there. I mean, it's cool that you got somebody, who's saying this stuff, but at the same time, all it really is doing is just giving supporting evidence to what we already believe, that this tape did not exist. I mean, come on, think about this, folks. With how hell-bent the left is on taking down President Trump, don't you think that if there was an actual tape, if powerful liberals actually had a tape recording in their hands of Donald Trump dropping a horrific racial slur, I mean, don't you think that they would have gotten that out by now? Don't you think that they would have released that to the public? I mean, look, when you look at just how badly they want to destroy this guy, if you have physical evidence that you can show people to show that, oh yeah, Donald Trump, he's a racist, like we've been claiming all along. I mean, why on earth wouldn't they have that out there by now? Of course, the reasoning being that, well, they probably don't have any physical evidence because we would have heard about it a long time ago if they did. And it's the same thing you hear with, all those claims about, oh yeah, Donald Trump, he was, before he was ever a politician, he went around sexually assaulting all these women. Think back to the infancy of the Trump presidency. You had, a dozen plus women come forward and say, yep, Donald Trump sexually assaulted me. Donald Trump was sexually inappropriate with me. I mean, those are some very serious claims that are being levied. It would be something that people would not take lightly. So, if there was actually truth to those claims, then don't you think that we would have endlessly heard about since that day that, oh yeah, Donald Trump sexually assaulted women? Yeah, we would have heard all about it, but the reason they have not been pursuing it is because they don't have any proof it occurred, because guess what? Probably didn't occur. I mean, it's just unbelievable that people don't just see right through this stuff immediately. When it comes to stuff like this N-word tape and when it comes to these sexual assault allegations, look, if there was proof, we would have nonstop heard Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all their friends on Capitol Hill, all the folks in the fake news media talking endlessly about how, look, these things happen, we have proof it happened, Donald Trump needs to be removed from office, he needs to be shunned by the entire American public, all of that stuff. But instead, they have not been pursuing those things because, again, there is no proof that any of this stuff happened. There's no proof this tape exists. So instead, what have the Democrats been relegated to doing? Claiming over and over again that Trump colluded with the Russians leading up to the 2016 election. Even though there's absolutely no proof of that either. See, their argument is so damn weak. They are grasping for straws at this point. I am so glad that I'm not a Democrat having to try and make these absolutely senseless, baseless arguments like they've been doing on a daily basis for nearly 2 years now. That's all the time that we have for today, but the John Muir Show back again tomorrow morning, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till then, I'm out.